Okay, so boom. Today I'm making jerk chicken tacos, y'all. And I forgot to do my intro, but that's neither here nor there. So I got me 3 bell peppers, and I'm just gonna cut them up, dice them up, because we're gonna cook them real good, real fine, y'all. So while I do this, I'm finna tell y'all how me and this girl had fell out over $54. So y'all, this was during the time that I was working this retail job when I was in high school. In high school, I really only worked retail and fast food. So this was one of my retail jobs, y'all, and I was a cashier at this point. So for a very long time, I was the only cashier. I was very reliable. I never called out. I never missed work. I let them know when I had something to do, and, you know, they work with me. They work with me. I work with them, basically, that type of situation. And it was cool. It was small, not too many staff, probably like 10 staff total. You know, we made the world go round. We made that stuff work. So, y'all, eventually, after 6-7 months, they had ended up hiring them another cashier. I guess they had been looking for a reliable one for a long time, and I ended up being that reliable person, y'all. But, of course, I'm going to need some time off sometimes, or I might have to go somewhere. I might need days off, and then they don't have no cashier because it wasn't that many positions. You either work in the back, you either work on the floor, or you're a cashier, or you're a manager. You know, not too many positions. So they end up hiring another girl, and she was also in high school. She was real cool. That's how we had ended up meeting each other, and we was real cool, y'all. But y'all already know, like, when you cool with somebody at work, the manager don't want you nowhere near them because y'all be laughing and kicking it, but y'all still be getting y'all job done. They don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's a lot of weird stuff going on. So, yeah, me and her used to, like, kick it. I was the morning cashier. She was the night cashier. And so we both ended up going back to school, and then we was both the night cashier. And on the weekends, I was still the morning cashier because, like I said, I was the reliable person. And I had a set schedule, y'all, 10 to 4 all summer, 10 to 4 on the weekend, baby. I was 10 to 4, nothing more, nothing less. Like, and I was reliable. I was on it, baby. I'm there 24/7. I'm working. I'm doing my job. So, anywho, she starts working or whatever, and she started, like, when the school year had first begun. The school year begins in August, so she started around August, and our problem started in October. Like, shawty, you ain't even been here long. I've been holding it down all summer, and y'all got the nerve to switch up on me. So, y'all, a day comes around, and she was just like, hey, can we switch on the weekend or whatever? Can we switch schedules? Let me work morning and you work night because I want to go to this party. Now, I could have said, yeah, y'all, but one thing about me, I do not like a night shift. Like, I'm a day type of person, bro. I can't stand a night shift. And on the weekend, bro, I do this all week long. On the weekend, no, 10 to 4 is mine, baby. Honey, no. So, I was just like, I told her I was going to think about it, and I thought about it, and I decided on no. But before I could tell her my decision, she had already went behind my back, and she talked to the manager like, yeah, I need you to switch with me with her because I got something I got to do on Saturday night. And the manager just going to go with it instead of asking me what I could do. So I texted her on some cool, cordial stuff, right? And I'm like, nah, I ain't going to be able to do it. I'm sorry. So she texted me back, and she was like, it's too late. I already asked management, and management said yes. I'm like, oh, T word, this okay, I know that's right. I know you did ask management and they said it's all right. Watch this. So I go to management and I'm like, yeah, she asked me first and I told her I was gonna let her know, but instead she came to y'all and y'all just went with it, but y'all didn't even ask me if I could. So right here, y'all, I got me some chicken breasts, and I'm patting them dry with my paper towel, of course. And, you know, I cleaned them with some lemon juice. Y'all know the procedure. Y'all know how it go. But as usual, I don't grab enough paper towel. Chicken be extra wet. Like, you got to really pat it dry. And then what I'm going to season my jerk chicken with, I've never made jerk chicken before, y'all. But I did look up some recipes. And I just used my regular chicken recipe as well. We go onion powder. And I was going heavy on everything, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, this chicken was so flavorful. I was going heavy on everything. We go garlic powder. Then immediately after that, we go Tony's Creole seasoning. Y'all know I love some Tony's Creole seasoning. It's spicy, but it's just like so good. It be having me sneezing every single trip too. Every video I make, I'm sneezing because of this. Then I go black pepper. I don't go too heavy on this because I already got Tony's in there and I don't need nothing too spicy. Then after that, y'all, I go mild jerk seasoning. Now, I've never bought jerk seasoning a day in my life, but it really shocked me and surprised me how good it was. But I'm just super glad I did not get the one that said hot and spicy like I had at first on the aisle. I'm so glad because, baby, I would have been toe up because that already had me. See what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, jerk chicken is so good. I hope I made it right for my first time. I need to go buy it from somewhere so I can tell. But this how my chicken looked. And then I mixed it all up together with that jerk seasoning on the top. And you got to let it marinate. You have to let it marinate. Like, for real. Like, that's what it say on the back of the bottle and everything. Let it marinate. And it's gonna do you right. So I mixed that all up, and I'm just so glad I be wearing gloves now. But y'all, the jerk seasoning got the popping and stuff. I done got it on my stomach. But like I was saying before, y'all, so I go to management and they was like, well, we can change your schedule whenever we want to. We don't have to ask you anything. And I said, hold on, baby. Hold on, mama. Go back. I said no, because in my availability, I did not put on the weekend that I can close. I actually put prefer mornings, and then I actually put on the weekend a set time, and closing is not in that time. So I'm going back and forth with her. I'm going back and forth with management. And now since she did that, we have a shift together the very next day. But now that she did that, like I said, I was morning on the weekend. So this happened on a Saturday. We have a shift together on Sunday, but I'm the morning person. So right here, y'all, I'm putting some butter in the pan, and we about to get ready to cook our chicken. Now, when it came to my chicken, y'all gonna see me flip, y'all gonna see me take out, and then y'all gonna see me put it right back in, because I don't play about no salmonella and stuff, baby. I gotta make sure my chicken is thoroughly cooked, and I just wasn't too sure about it. So yeah, I got the putting it in, taking it out, flipping it back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing the most, because I don't play around with that type of raw meat stuff. I don't play. So y'all, the next day was Sunday, and we had a shift together. But mind you, I'm the opener, so I go in. Usually it's positive vibes, it's cool vibes. We were all cool with each other. But this particular morning, management wasn't effing with me, and I wasn't effing with them. But it's not like it wasn't just them. It was my other coworkers too. So I'm like, okay, bet it's smoke since I walked through the door. Say less. I'm like, say less. I'm on that. Baby, stand 10 toes by myself every single time. I'm on that. What's up? So I'm like, I don't know. That's the vibe. Okay, bet. Got you. Now, mind you, I always wear Crocs to work, but when I put on some tennis shoes, you know I mean business. And I'm talking about every single job I work at, I either be wearing Crocs unless they have a mandatory shoe. If they don't have a mandatory shoe and wear Crocs, baby, I'm wearing Crocs 24/7. So, anywho, yeah. So I had my Crocs on this day, but once I peeped the vibe, I'm like, oh, okay, bet. I mean business now. You feel me? I'm finna stand on business come tomorrow. Just wait. So it's weird with management. And so eventually I'm working a little bit of my shift, and we basically didn't really have no office. Like, management just sit up on the side of us all day long, and they just talking stuff. But they was cool. Like, they didn't mind. I could be on my phone. I could make TikToks, this and that. So it wasn't like no micromanaging type of stuff. But this particular day, like, she was on my tail. Ariana, get off your phone. Ariana, why are you doing that? Ariana, are you supposed to be doing your job? Like, she was on my tail this day. I'm like, Shawty trimmed today. I'm like, Shawty ain't never act like this towards me. But now that me and Shawty got an issue, now this what it's gonna be. All right, bet. So y'all, I'm listening to her, whatever, and then finally she was like, so what's the problem? She's like, so what's the problem between you and what's the name? Why you can't just trade a shift for her for one day? And I'm like, bruh, because it's the way that she went about it. I was gonna let her know, or even if, like, bruh, why you couldn't just let you know first? Like, and I would have probably did it with no problem, but y'all, I really don't like night shift, and I shouldn't have to change my stuff to accommodate nobody else, especially when it's not about something important, especially about no Halloween party. I don't care nothing about no Halloween party, because last time I can recall, when I had to take my SATs, it was a problem on a Saturday morning, right? Okay, cool. And I don't even know if I'm getting my jobs confused, but I don't know what job I was working at when I had to take the SATs. I might be lying right here. I don't know, but we're going to keep going with the story. So, anywho, y'all, as y'all can see, I'm tearing my chicken up right now. We finna get into the jerk chicken tacos. Anywho, yeah, so she eventually get to work, and right off the bat, it's tension. And I'm talking about the tension is high. You cut the tension with a knife. Here we go with the butter in the pan again. We getting ready to saute them bell peppers. I love some sauteed vegetables. Now, don't play. I love sauteed vegetables, especially in some rice, but we ain't going rice this time. But y'all, so it's tension high. We're not speaking to each other unless it's about the job, as it should be. We're not speaking to each other at all. So then she finally comes out and she says, "Are you mad at me?" Oh, well, honey, I'm glad you asked. Trust, I'm ecstatic that she asked me that question. Mind you, I'm over here shaking in my boots, and not in no scared way, but I'm shaking in my boots because I'm ready to, like, bruh, when I be on that, I be on that. Like, I was so ready to just have an issue with somebody that day. And this is when I just used to be, like, very, like, I wasn't level-headed in a sense. Then I pour my chicken in, y'all, and we finna cook it up. We just finna whip it up together. And Y'all gonna see, it looks really, really good. So I end up telling her, I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm mad, but I do feel some type of way because you went behind my back when you asked me first, and I was gonna let you know. And she was like, oh, well, I just really wanted to go to the, and I'm just on some, I don't give a, I'm just like, okay, Shada, I don't really care. It is what it is. But I was like, and I'm still not working that shift, so I don't know what you're gonna do. And she was like, well, I'm not working it either. And I was like, oh, okay, so don't, because I'm not working it either. So anywho, y'all, the management, I guess they peeped the tension. They was like walking around the store as well. So I guess they peeped the tension, and they came up there and they was like, we're going to have a discussion about this. And I was like, okay. So she was like, so when she said that, I'm guessing we finna have a discussion right then and there. She was like, before your shift is over, meet me in the back in the break room so we can have a discussion. Bro, oh my God. Like, I done been through this before. Y'all gonna let me work this shift and then y'all gonna fire me and I'm go off in here. So y'all, right here, we making our little special sauce to dip our tortillas in. It's some water, some jerk seasoning, some ketchup, and then some brown sugar. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what this do, but it look good. It tastes good, so why not? You know, if it look good and it tastes good, I say eat it. I'ma eat it. And then after I made this mixture, I just put it on the stove. You got to let it heat up a little bit. I don't know for how long, but just let it heat up till it's hot. And then to cut the stove off and just let it sit. But yeah, so y'all, she was like, meet me in the back. I'm like, oh my God. So at this point, I can't even work the rest of my shift in peace. And y'all, I don't know why I don't never get no spoon for this. I'll be about to dump the whole thing of brown sugar in there. But I had some common sense today and I got me a spoon. But anywho, y'all, so it comes close to the end of my shift and she calls me to the back. So we go to the back and she's like, what's the problem? Do y'all know this girl stands here in management and in my face and she don't say a word? I told her what's the problem, but as usual, I'm always the freaking villain, bro. Like, everybody want to shut me up. Don't nobody want me to speak. Don't nobody want me to say my truth. That's why a lot of time I just shut up because I be too real for these people. I'm not lying. When somebody asks me what's the problem, I'm finna tell my problem, your problem, what's the problem of the whole thing. Somebody asks me something, I'm finna tell my side. I'm finna tell exactly what happened. I'm finna tell what she said, what I said. I don't care. Okay, y'all, so from this point forward, you dip your tortilla in there and then you place it in your pan. Make sure your pan is hot and make sure you got some on the bottom of it so your stuff don't stick. I put some butter, of course, and then I took me some shredded cheese. I was using Colby Jack cheese. Yeah, I was using Colby Jack. So I take me some shredded cheese and then I put my meat in the middle and then I just make it into a taco and I flip my taco back and forth until it looks how I desire for it to look. I'm gonna show y'all this a few times and y'all should have it by then. Look at that, y'all. Don't it look good? Yeah, Shawty. So yeah, y'all, Shawty, she's standing here. She's not saying a word. So now I'm really looking like the villain, bro, because I'm back there. I'm telling exactly what happened and I'm heated, of course. So first of all, the manager tells me, calm down. I'm not even hyped, Shawty. What you talking about? I'm not even up there. I'm just simply speaking because I don't like for people to have a narrative about me that I have not heard. And that's what they had, because off rip, they was already treating me different and treating me wrong based on something that somebody else told you. And I don't know what was said about me. So, of course, I'm not finna be calm. Anywho, first of all, she told me calm down. I'm like, okay, I'm calm. And she like, okay, talk. I'm telling her exactly what's going on. She asking the girl, like, is this true? Is this right? This and that. The girl not responding to nothing. The girl standing here stuck on stupid, bro. Then she got the nerve to be acting like she finna cry. So then, can y'all believe they put the title on me to be a bully? Man, what a bully. So I ain't never been on no bullying type of stuff in my life, ever. I stick up for people that get bullied. So I ain't never been on no bully type of stuff in my life. That's not cool. I don't get no cool points for that. Shoot, she was out of my weight class. If she wanted to, she could have probably did me in, but she couldn't have though. But that's not the point. The point is, you don't put no title like that on me, baby. That's serious. When they said that, boy, I was livid. Bully. I'm talking about, man, I can show the messages right now. And they talking about, that's another thing. Y'all was never supposed to have each other numbers. Y'all was never supposed to talk outside of work. What do you mean? We're teenagers. We're both in high school. We go to schools that we both, if y'all know, y'all know. But I ain't finna get into all that. But like, bruh, we were in school. We were teenagers. Why would we not converse with each other? Why would we not get to know each other and we working together, bruh? It was just on some cool, like, bruh, we were just cool. That's all. But anywho, so she was like, oh, and she was like, she's gonna write me up. And basically they put that bully label on me. Baby, I don't like that. Anywho, y'all, child, after that, my job was just, it was just up from that point forward. Like, it was problem after problem after problem after problem. And if I can recall, I did end up working that shift that night because they claimed that my availability sheet said all open, which I know that was a lie, but it is what it is, y'all. I worked it. I got my little $54. And from that point forward, I was just on that. Like, I was telling everybody off. I was not going for nothing. And I just kept my mouth shut. I didn't talk to them on no cool, cordial stuff. I didn't care if you said you like my hair, you like this about me, you like that about me. I say thank you, keep it pushing, nothing more, nothing less. I would take a lot of breaks. I would keep going to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom because I just couldn't stand to see their faces no more. Like, I couldn't stand to be around them no more. And that's when you get to that point, you know it's time to go, because they did me wrong, and y'all wrongfully labeled me as a bully. Honey, I would never be a bully in my life, and I don't even play about stuff like that. So I was deeply and highly upset. And then what also made me mad is it seemed like my whole life adults just try to shut me up. Baby, I get down, I get active, respectfully I do, but you're not going to shut me up, and you're not going to overtalk me. You're not going to tell me what happened when you don't even know what happened. I'm sitting up here trying to tell you, but like I said, she's sitting up here not saying a word, so now it's making it seem like I'm just the villain because I'm over here low-key going off because, like I said, they already had a conversation prior to talking to me. She talked to her individually. She never talked to me individually, so whatever narrative that this girl put in her head about me is stuck there. And I don't like that. And then it's like, bro, you're just too old to not have a mind of your own. Baby, you know it's two sides to a story. Wait, it's 1,000 words in a picture. Honey, you old enough to know that. So you get both sides. You don't form an opinion based off of what somebody else told you. And not only that, for me to have been there before her and have been so loyal and reliable to y'all treated me wrong. I'm talking about treating me wrong. But yeah, from that day forward, they didn't mess with me. I didn't mess with them. I told them what I wanted to tell them when I wanted to tell it to them. I was fed up and I was sick of it, because at a point in life you get tired of being treated differently, or you get tired of being treated wrong simply because you're a child and somebody else is an adult, so they feel as if they can treat you or talk to you any type of way. Baby, this ain't that over here, and we ain't going for that, period. Okay, y'all, so I'm finally done with my jerk chicken tacos. As my dipping sauce, I'm gonna be using some Chipotle ranch. I was supposed to make some sauce, but I don't feel like it. So they look great. They turned out good. I wanted the shell to give like them burrito type of tacos. Hold on, I gotta warm them up. I gotta warm this up in 2 seconds, please. I don't know what the shell is giving y'all, but this is my first time making jerk chicken ever. So I'm gonna try it without the ranch first.
It's enough for me to have some.
I think I made it down. Y'all, my jerk chicken came out great. I ain't never had I'm not a spicy type of person. It did come out great. It's not too spicy. I got the mild kind. And I'm glad I did, because at first I had hot and spicy, and that was gonna take me out because the mild already kind of, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the mild already. But it tastes great. It tastes great by itself. But let me try it with some ranch. Let me see. Because I'm a sauce type of person. Like, I like stuff overly drenched in sauce. Yeah, it is spicy. It is spicy, so I could have went a little less heavy on the jerk seasoning, and I probably wouldn't have put it on the part that you dip your tortilla in. But overall, I do give my tacos a 10 out of 10. They're very good. They're better than tacos. They're better than any taco I've actually bought. And y'all know most places don't even do jerk chicken tacos, so all right, my tacos a 10 out of 10. The experience a 10 out of 10. And make sure you guys comment down in the comment section below what you rate these tacos. leave a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for the next episode.